Today we're going to be looking at stem changers, O to UE. Like we looked at previously, there are three different types of stem changers. We have E to IE, E to I, and O to UE. And we're going to be looking at the O to UE stem changers today. Some verbs have O to UE stem change in the present tense. So let's look at how we form these present tense verbs, okay? Remember that stem changing verbs have regular AR, ER, and IR endings. For the O to UE stem changing verbs, the last O of the stem changes to UE in all of the forms except the nosotros and vosotros, which means it will form the boot. Hopefully you remember this from the previous video. Other verbs that you know that have this stem change are almorzar, costar, dormir, encontrar, and volver. And you can look at some of the information right here to see how they change, but hopefully you already have a general idea of how to do this. So let's review. Dormir means to sleep. And so let's go ahead and look at the endings for IR verbs. In the yo form, it's O. In the to form, it's ES. In the el, ella, usted form, it's E. In the nosotros, since it's an IR verb, it's going to be imos. And then in the ellos, ellas, ustedes, it's going to be en, right? O, es, e, imos, en. Now, we look for the next to last syllable, which would lead us to the O. So if we're looking at here's the last syllable, and we look at the next to last syllable, that's where the stem change is going to be. And we're going from O to UE. So let's go ahead and add that in there. UE, UE in place of the O. UE, UE. But remember, we don't use it in the nosotros spot. Now let's write the remainder of the stem. D, UE, then we have an R, then we have an M. RM. Except in the nosotros spot, it's going to be DORM. And then this is where you can actually see the boot for the stem changer. Duermo, duermes, duerme, duermen, and then dormimos right here, which you do not change the stem. Now, I want you to go ahead and pause the video and conjugate this verb, almorzar, using the stem changing rules. Pause the video, conjugate the verb, and then play the video to see the answers. So, we take the O and we change it to a UE. To form the boot, which we would have almuerzo, almuerzas, almuerza, almorzamos in the nosotros, and then almuerzan. Also pay attention to the fact that this is an AR verb, so that's why we have o, as, a, amos, and an. Now we're going to do this activity where we take each of the verbs that are in the circles, and we're going to connect it with part of the rest of the sentence over here. Okay? For example, the first part says, las entradas para el concierto, and then we have the verb costar. We need to conjugate the verb costar for las entradas para el concierto, and that would say, cuestan, because you have to conjugate costar, you have to do the stem change, and you have to base it on the subject of the sentence, which is las entradas, the tickets. Then you just simply find the remainder of the sentence, which would be 15 euros. Now, pause the video and do the remaining 4 problems. I marked out one in black because it dealt with vosotros. Pause the video, complete this activity, and then play the video to see the answers. Okay, so the first one, las entradas para el concierto cuestan 15 euros. That would be the answer for the first one. The second one, yo almuerzo en el café con mi familia. That says I eat lunch in the cafe with my family. The third one, tú puedes jugar al fútbol con mis amigos en el parque. That says you can play soccer with your friends in the park. The next one, usted duerme bien después de comer mucho. That says you, in a formal situation, sleep well after eating a lot. And the last one, nosotros volvemos en autobús. We need to really pay attention to the last one because we did not do a stem change in volvemos because it was for nosotros, which falls outside of the boot. Nosotros is right here, and it does not fall inside of the boot for stem changers.